Good evening, everyone. It is 6 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Thank you all for being here tonight. We'd like to open the meeting tonight with a reading of the meeting notice, please.
The Board of Directors of the School District of the City of Erie, PA will meet in regular session on Wednesday, October 11th, 2023 in the auditorium at East Middle School, 1001 Atkins Street at 6 o'clock p.m. by request of the President, Daria S. Devlin.
Thank you. Can I have a roll call, please?
Here.
Ms. Sheridan?
Here.
Mr. Brenneman?
Here.
Ms. Cooley?
Here.
Ms. Gillespie?
Here.
Mr. Harkins?
Here.
Mr. Nichols?
Here.
Ms. Pickens?
Here.
Ms. Devlin?
Here. Thank you. So we are honored this evening to have the Pledge of Allegiance led by London Marion. London is a third grade student from Grover Cleveland Elementary School. London will be introduced by Miss Deanna McFarland, the principal. And after we're done with the Pledge of Allegiance, I'll ask everyone to remain standing for a moment of silence in honor of Constance Minichelli, a retired teacher who passed away on September 16th, 2023, and also Pamela Tonti, a former teacher and administrator who passed away on September 23rd, 2023. So I'll now ask Ms. McFarland to come to the podium along with London and do an introduction. Are they here? Uh-oh. Ah, okay. Thank you. So I guess we'll hold on for 1 second. This is London? You know what? Come on up. Hi, London. How are you? She can come up on the stage to do the Pledge of Allegiance. We're just going to see. We'd like to learn a little bit about her, but we'll give Miss McFarland a second. Here she comes. Okay. So, London, you just hang out there for a second, and we'll ask Miss McFarland to come up and do a quick intro. We haven't done this in a while, so we're all a little rusty, so thanks. Ms. McFarland, you can just go to the podium there, and if you want to do a little introduction, that'd be great.
Good evening. This is London Marion. She is a third grader at Grover Cleveland Elementary. She's in Miss Friedman's class. London, you ready?
Okay, if London's ready, I'm going to ask everyone to rise, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can we have a hand for London? Great job. And London, if you want to come up, London, if you want to come up, I think we have a little, you can shake everyone's hands, and then we have a little gift for you. You did so. Let's give her another hand while she makes it back to her seat. Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Nixon. Okay, moving on, I would like to announce that the board met in executive session on Wednesday, October 4th, 2023, in Conference Room 1 at the Dr. James E. Barker Leadership Center, 148 West 21st Street, from 6:52 p.m. to 7:55 p.m. regarding legal and personnel matters. We'll now move on to the report of the superintendent, Mr. Polito.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening, everyone. Glad everybody's here tonight. To start out with a survey we're doing, hopefully you've heard by now that we're asking all students in grades 3 through 12 to complete the school climate survey, a completely anonymous survey used to identify school climate issues within your child's school. Students will complete the survey during the school day between now and October 20th. The data collected from the survey will be used to identify student perceptions of school climate issues within the district, and district staff will use the results to inform our efforts at improving our school climate. Responses are housed securely in the anonymous format with the University of Oregon Technical Assistance Center projects for evaluation and research purposes only. Our desire is to involve parents in their children's education. If you'd like to examine the survey, please visit the school during school hours, and we would be happy to provide you with a copy for your review. Secondly, our school district is now hiring bus drivers. This is an excellent opportunity for either full or part-time work with full-time positions that include a very generous benefits package that includes health care and a pension. The full-time hourly rate is $20.14 per hour with a starting salary of $41,891, plus regular overtime. Bus drivers are an incredibly important part of the school district's community, helping transport students to and from school safely so they can learn. Interested applicants should visit eriesd.org and click on the Work With Us link in the top banner and then on bus drivers. I also want to take a moment to say congratulations and good luck to our Erie Royals girls tennis team. The team is headed to the D10 Team District Competition next Thursday, October 19th, so please join me in cheering them on to victory. And finally, I hope you had the chance to visit the annual Pumpkin Walk at Waldomere Park to see the incredible Halloween-themed display that was designed, programmed, and executed by our extremely talented engineering students at Erie High. If you didn't, go to our website and watch a short video that shows career and tech education students in action. Now I'd like Mr. Nixon to come up to present this month's Stair Climbers.
Thank you, Mr. Polito. The Stick-to-Itive Stair Climber Award is our monthly student recognition award where we honor and recognize students for making improvements in their attendance, behavior, and classroom performance. Before I move further, I definitely want to take a moment to give thanks to all of our families in the audience that are attending for tonight's award. I would like to thank all of the schools, the teachers, the support staff, and the administrators for nominating their individual students for this award. I would also like to thank Mr. Biter for all of his support with the pre-engineering lab and making the plaques. So as far as the plaques, a quick update. We do not have the plaques tonight. The plaques are a big part of our award. We have certificates that we'll be handing out. We did have a back order, so we apologize, but it was not to our control. We had a back order, but we will make sure that every student gets their plaque delivered to them and gets a photo that will be posted on our website. So I did want to make sure that that was stated. If we could give a warm welcome to Mr. Suppa, principal of McKinley Elementary. So families, I didn't really get a chance to talk with you as much as I usually do when I meet and greet, but one thing I'm going to go over is a quick run of expectations. So what we'll do is I'll announce your child's name, just have them walk down, give them a fist bump, and they can walk right past me over to Mr. Suppa, pick up their certificate, head up the steps, and then greet all of our school board and superintendents respectively. Once they're done, we'll take a full group photo with everyone on the stage, and then afterwards, we will all step out into the lobby and we'll take individual photos with the families, and we encourage all families to get into the photo and be a part of it. So with that said, let's get to the award. First student, who we're going to skip out of order because they have a science project due, so we're going to get right to it. no jokes, at Strong Vincent, 8th grader. Every day, we charge our students to make middle school matter. And no one does it better than 8th grader Gavin Goda. Simply stated, Gavin's a rock star. He puts a tremendous amount of effort into all he does at Strong Vincent, from the classroom to the soccer field to being a 3-year member of our sailing team. Sorry, I want to leave him hanging. Gavin is truly making middle school matter. With courage, he conquers. Tonight we honor Gavin Goda. DePaulo Student Success Center, 7th grader. Trayshawn recently joined our middle school cyber program. He has already made a positive impact on our classrooms. Trayshawn asks for help, works all class to complete his assignments, participates in class discussions, and volunteers answers. He is very pleasant and well-spoken. Way to go, Trayshawn. Gavin, if you can hear me, if you don't mind coming back to the stage, because we will take a photo with you, if you don't mind. If you got to go, you got to go. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. He's got to get to the science project. Forgive me. Erie High 9th grader, Julian Mickle Jr. Julian started the year off on the wrong foot. However, the past 2 weeks, Julian has done a wonderful job. He hasn't missed one class. He is always smiling and polite to adults. Julian is being respectful, responsible, and resilient. We are very proud of him. Tonight we honor Julian Mickle Jr. And one thing we do, if the students do not show, the families do not show, we still will honor them, say what they're being acknowledged for, and then again, we will make sure to do a photo with the plaque at their school. From Collegiate Academy, 12th grader, Cooper has had an excellent attendance this year. He has been in class every day and has had a great attitude about school, about life, and about himself. He is challenging himself and shows a great desire to learn and grow. We are so proud of him. Tonight we honor 12th grader Cooper Bebko. Eighth grader from East Middle School. Anaya has had a positive start to the 2003-2024 school year. We are so excited to see Anaya showing her 3 R's, being ready, respectful, and responsible each day. This year, she has shown improvement within the classroom and her interactions with her peers here at East. Keep up the positive changes, Anaya. Tonight we honor Anaya Moore. And if you don't have a science project, you can feel free to hang out. 7th grader from Wilson Middle School. Zion has started the year with an outstanding attitude and commitment to having a great year. He has been on task, respectful to his teachers and peers, and willing to help in any way possible to make Wilson a better place. We are so happy with his progress and look forward to seeing him continue throughout the year. Tonight we honor Zion Barnett. Grover Cleveland Elementary School, 3rd grader. London has shown great improvement through attendance. She is a great helper to her brother with special needs who also attends Grover Cleveland. We are so proud of you, London. Tonight we honor 3rd grader London Marion. Third grader from Joanna Connell. Jackson has shown significant improvements from last year to this year academically, socially, and behaviorally. He is always eager and ready to learn and comes to school excited every day. He is quick to be a great friend and help me out inside of the classroom whenever I need it. He is a model student for our Be Respectful, Be Responsible, Be Safe motto and has been a great helper. Jackson has an infectious smile that lights up the entire room when he walks in and makes anybody's bad day a better one. I cannot wait to see the good things he will do this year. I am so proud of him. Tonight we honor Jackson Galentine. fourth grader from Deal Elementary School. I would like to nominate Cassie Stockton. Cassie is a model student for Deal Elementary. Every day, Cassie comes into school with a smile on her face and ready to take on the day. Cassie is always committed to trying her best in whatever she does. She is the most respectful, responsible, and safe student at Deal. Cassie makes everyone feel welcomed and is always the first one to help someone when they are struggling. I am honored to have such an outstanding student in my classroom. Way to go, Cassie. You make Deal proud. Tonight we honor Cassie Stockton. Fifth grader from Edison. Raneem's commitment to coming to school is amazing. She embodies the phrase, small but mighty, as she overcomes medical challenges and continues to make school attendance a priority. Edison is a better place with children like Raneem in our presence. Tonight we honor Raneem Alouche. Third grader from Harding Elementary School. Romeo's behavior has really turned around. He is making good choices and his math and reading skills are starting to shine. We are so proud of him. Tonight we honor Romeo Semenyakov. Fifth grader from Jefferson Elementary. Torian is off to a great start this year. He is making good choices that promote happiness and learning. Torian is always a student I can ask to help myself or others. He is a shining star for all the right reasons this year. Torian is a model student who represents the Jefferson Broncos. Tonight we honor Torian Hansbrew. Second grader from Lincoln Elementary School. Kavion has shown amazing growth in his behavior. He came into school year strong and has even reminded his friends about making the right choices at school. Kavion has shown a positive attitude and has definitely learned what it means to roar as a Lion Lincoln. Keep up the amazing progress, Kavion. We are proud of you. Fifth grader from McKinley. Victoria comes to school prepared to learn every day. She is a kind, helpful student who has demonstrated respectful behaviors in the classroom. She has shown great progress in following the McKinley expectations. In the classroom and elsewhere in the school, her positive leadership qualities make her a great role model academically and behaviorally. Tonight we honor Victoria Hatton. Fifth grader from Perry Elementary. Jaden has not missed a day of school yet. He is kind to his peers, respectful to adults. He is always willing to help out and participate in classroom discussions. He is definitely a positive role model. We are very proud of him at Perry. Tonight we honor Jaden Holmes. First grader from Piper Burley. Jace has started his year off in a very positive way. Last year, he had some significant behavior concerns. He had a few issues at the beginning of the year, but has learned to take a break and come back to learning. Although he can earn a break mid-afternoon, he often decides he would rather come to the carpet with the class to participate. Tonight, we honor Jace Mead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's all put our hands together for our October 2023 Stick-to-Itives Stair Climber Award winners.
As Mr. Nixon noted, if you were honored tonight, you're welcome to go out to the lobby and get pictures, and you don't have to sit for the rest of the meeting. Unless you'd like to come back in, you're welcome to. And we'll just give it a minute for everyone to get out and get settled, and then we'll restart.
And tonight we have Ms. Konaki, Director of Special Education. Don't go away. Here to give us an update on special education.
I'm trying to escape. Well, I'm hoping that my slideshow works tonight. I did it myself and should have had the CTE students who did Mr. Burgert's do mine. But we'll give it a go. There it goes. So good evening, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to you this evening and provide you with a brief update about what's happening in special education. First, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our enrollment. We're up about 100 students from last year, at this time, which I found surprising, and I really didn't think it could be right, but I called Child Accounting, and they told me that our overall enrollment is up about 400 students, and that's pretty much in line with what our percentages have been. We're like at 23.3% for special ed, so, pretty close in keeping with that. Now, the state does not want to see our numbers that high. The state average is like 17%, and they'd like to see us closer to that 17%. But that brings us to some of our current challenges. So first of all, our teacher-to-student ratio is like 1 to 17 overall. However, the state regulates caseloads. So some teachers may have more than that. Some teachers may have less, depending on the disability of the students that they serve. For instance, autistic support cannot have more than 8 on a caseload. Life skills support, emotional support can have 12 to 15 depending on the grade span. Speech teachers can have up to 65, and learning support can have 20 or more depending on the level of support that the students on their caseloads get. So our problem is we're maxing out early in the school year on our caseloads. We have new students being identified every day that need services and supports. And it seems that a number of our new enrollments have very significant needs. We're getting children immigrating in from other countries who have really significant medical needs. Some of them are non-ambulatory and have needs that have to be addressed before they can even start school. And we frequently have to intervene and set them up with the appropriate community agencies. Now, luckily, we have good relationships with those agencies, so we know who to reach out to try to get that in place. But when they start school, they're going to need nursing support and specialized educational programming. We're also seeing some very young students, pre-K, kindergarten students who have some significant behavioral and mental health needs, and that's not unique to us. If you do a Google search, you'll see that that's happening all across the country, but that's another one of our challenges. And this is happening at a time when teachers, particularly special education teachers, are difficult to come by. They may very well need to open 1 or even 2 new classrooms at some point this year to meet the demand. And space and staffing are going to be challenges there. Also, the state has raised the age that special education students can remain in school from 21 to 22. So at some point, that's going to affect our caseloads as well. But we do have some bright spots to share with you as well, and we're kind of going through some of these on the slideshow here. We have our Project Search, which is our partnership program with AHN St. Vincent, the Barber National Institute, and Erie County, and that's been very successful. Currently, we have 12 students participating, and 18 departments are providing internship experiences for those students, including respiratory therapy, ACL labs, childcare, pharmacy, dietary, environmental services, IT, guest services, the surgery center, the ER, the gift shop, warehouse and distribution. Those students can receive a stipend of $625 per internship. They get 3 rotating internship experiences of 10 weeks. So at the end of the program, they can earn up to $1,875 if they have 95% attendance. So the goal is for those students to ultimately be hired by one of those departments that they've internshiped with. So that program's been very successful. We've also teamed up with our district CTE program to make a marketing and informational video to share with student candidates, families, and the public. So thank you, Mr. Burgert, for helping out with that. The video will be produced by 4th-year digital media students, and production will begin October 26th. Our curriculum. So the programs that you approved last year have been very successful and going well overall. Our 30-day progress meeting with vendors has demonstrated that our data looks good around fidelity of use and student participation and progress. And as you can see, some of the students on the slideshow are using that curriculum, and they really enjoy it. We will, however, need to probably order more licenses and materials because we had a higher than expected enrollment. And last but not least, we have formed a special education working committee of regular education teachers, special education teachers, central office administrators, and building administrators. And we're utilizing the school improvement planning model to more comprehensively address some of the priority needs that we have in special ed, including some of those areas we addressed with you last March around graduation and dropout, improving growth and proficiency, and remediation of disproportionality of suspension and expulsions of African American students with IEPs. We will also be forming a steering committee of diverse stakeholder groups to guide and provide feedback to the working committee. And that's really about all I have for you tonight. Do you have questions for me?
Questions?
No questions? Okay.
No questions? Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Polito, and thanks, Ms. Kaneki, for being here this evening. With that, can I have a motion to approve the report of the superintendent?
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Cooley, second by Mr. Sharif. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. We'll now move on to the hearing of citizens. Persons desiring to speak for 5 minutes must have submitted their request in writing to the Secretary's office at least 1 week prior to this evening. We have no 5-minute speakers tonight, but anyone else may address the board for 3 minutes. If you'd like to address the board, please come to the podium. You'll write down your name and address, and then as soon as you begin speaking, your 3 minutes will begin. Anyone wishing to come? I see Mr. Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. I know it's been a while since I've been here, and you're probably not that familiar with my face right now. I'm here this evening to make the district aware of promises made to your community, especially to its African American citizens. Promises that were made over the course of many years have not found fertile ground, but rather have been embedded in rocky soil and taken no root at all. All have not benefited. Education for decades has been wrapped in many slogans. To name a few: turning the tide, no child left behind, a commitment to excellence, and a world-class education. These slogans have been catchy, but it results in no tangible results, especially for students of color. African American students are covered by the clouds of low academic achievement and expectations, lack of prerequisite learning skills, and most importantly, no bright rays of hope that they can see on the horizon. And I'm speaking directly to school board members now. We must become the clouds of hope, the sun that inspires, and the people who motivate. For if that is not done, the supposedly bright future will become like the dark past that we're trying to escape from. Let us become creators and innovators who seek change and not complacency, that inspire hope and not despair, success and not failure. I leave for your contemplation the words of Langston Hughes from the poem Harlem. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it drop like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust over in sugar like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it's just sag like a heavy load, or does it explode? Today is a good day to begin to fulfill the broken promises. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Anyone else wishing to address the board for 3 minutes?
Good evening.
Evening.
My name's Corey Shago. I got 2 students at Strong Vincent, and I got 1 at Perry Elementary. So I just kind of found out about this school board meeting because my boy's outside practicing for football at the moment on probably one of the worst football fields I've ever seen in my life. I don't know where all the funds and all this other stuff's going. I know they just built a brand new football field up Peach Street there, but you got 3 schools out there practicing. Wilson, Strong Vincent, East, on horrible field, trash everywhere. Like, that's how you guys want your students, you know, our kids, to learn these sports that teach discipline, self-respect. You know, it's the same thing for basketball. My daughter plays basketball for Strong Vincent. Scoreboard don't even work. You know, I think those are some kind of issues that everybody needs to start focusing on, especially when it comes to our athletic department. Everybody worries about the crime rates. Everybody worries about the student-on-student violence. I know when I played basketball for Oil City. I'm not originally from Erie. I played basketball on the Oil City team, and I got family that was championship wrestlers for Cranberry High, the whole 9 yards. We raised up good because of our coach. I didn't have a family. I didn't have a mom. I didn't have a dad. I wasn't that kind of person. My coach was my dad. They can't do their job because they're afraid that every time they speak towards one of these athletes, they quit the team. These participation trophies, they got to go out the window. Like, you know, I grew up on first, second, third place. It's okay that you lost. It's not okay. Losing's a part of life. That's half the reason why all our students and people into young adult, they can't handle rejection because they don't know what it feels like to lose. And I think that's something that we need to bring back into these schools. Some of the curriculum and everything that the board has taken away, like nobody teaches cursive writing no more. Looked at my 12-year-old son and said, I need you to sign your physical. I might as well just ask him to sing the national anthem in Russian. He's 12 years old, don't know a single thing about writing in cursive. How are they supposed to go through life? How are they supposed to sign for a car, a house, anything like that? We need to get that kind of stuff back like when we were in school. When we were in school, look what we become. Because we had those opportunities available. I know I only got 30 seconds left, so the one other issue I want to bring up is with these school buses. My daughter was supposed to be on a bus. Well, she didn't come home for almost an hour late. The Erie Police Department were all over the city looking for my daughter because I couldn't get a phone call that said my daughter got switched on a bus she wasn't supposed to be on. I called the school and I was told it wasn't their problem to call the transportation company. I have a very big problem with that. It was as school members and everything else like that. When my kid leaves in the morning, they're school property until they walk through that door. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak to the board?
Good evening, Madam President, Mr. Superintendent, and the other board members. My name is Gary Horton, and I'm with the Urban Erie Community Development Corporation. First of all, I want to thank you for your support, at least for 2 years so far, for our after-school program. And I want to thank you for your support of my efforts towards purchasing Burton School to improve upon the quality of what we're doing in our after-school program. I'd like to ID some of the parents and staff and students that are from 3 of our programs. If you'll all stand. Parents. I think that's important, especially after I heard the report in the committee of the whole. I think I've done almost as better job than the school district has in hiring minorities and new Americans in 2 years. It goes to show what we can do, what can be done, the possibility of it. We not only have provided after-school programs in 6 sites. We were contracted for, in the first year we had 5. Thanks to the support of the superintendent, we were able to open up a 6th site at McKinley School, where we had starting out about 20 students from Afghanistan and increased upward of 60 students before it was all over. I think that that the report I heard from Ken Nixon, I have to give Ken credit for one thing, that he hasn't quit. That job he has is bigger than one man. I've been coming to school board meetings for 55 years. At the age of some of these kids, my parents fought the school district to hire black teachers. My mom went on a committee going south to hire 50 black school teachers, of which Johnny Johnson was one. It was a team effort. Kenny, I told him the first day of the job, you want me to have confidence in you, that you can do something I've watched for 50 years, 40 of the years that John has been here? 50 years to hire blacks in the public school system, from the bottom to the top. 50 years. That's not at the administration, that's a policy decision by the board. You set policy. You appropriate the money. You're getting what you pay for. Our kids deserve better. Our parents deserve better. If we just look at the athletic department, how many students in your athletic department, on your soccer team and your basketball team, for instance, go to college, go to community college, go to trade school, get a job? Last several years, what's the report on it? We can do better. We're always asked, are you qualified? I don't hear anybody else being asked about qualifications. Black people hear it all the time. New Americans, minorities, we hear it all the time. And yet we see a policy of preference, privilege, nepotism, favoritism. How can we win? How can you improve? You have to make a commitment to do that. We deserve better. Our kids deserve better. You have coaches in basketball and soccer, they don't even follow the kids when school is out. We know how important sports is to a kid believing. It saves many kids. But if you're only going to be with them when the sport is in, you lose them for the rest of the year. These urban kids are from violence, trauma neighborhoods. An urban kid is different than when I went to school. You've got to change your policy. You've got to double down on your effort. We deserve better. We pay taxes too. We pay taxes too. I know you may be evaluating cutting my program, reducing my staff, reducing my hours. I pay taxes too. We pay taxes too.
Mr. Horton, thank you, and I do appreciate it. You are over time. If you could just wrap up your thought, that would be
If
great.
I would just say this, some of the students want to share something with you tonight. Do they have to sign their name, or can they come up and share it and have a seat? And I don't know if any of their parents want to, but thank you for listening. God bless you, and I hope that something I said has an impact on you.
Thank you, Mr. Horton. I don't believe we need the students to sign their names in, so no, that's fine. So if they just want to come up, we will hold them to the 3 minutes each, if that's okay.
We won't need that.
Great.
Come on over.
Thank you.
Come on over. I think that one of the beautiful things, my name is Kim Moses. I want to say hello to all the dignitaries. So good to see you. One of the good things about when true change happens in communities is we take the good and the bad. We celebrate when we do good things, and we look at the things that we do wrong and say, how do we get better? Today we want to thank you, because that's the sweet part, right? You are showing up. You are helping us out in certain capacities. And so that's what the kids want to thank you for. What did you want to say specifically? Oh, that's right. Get your mic, brother. I know that's right.
I'm thankful for being one of the students at the center, and I'm thankful for the robotics at the center, and I'm thankful for the center helping me with the homework every day, and that's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it. You can take that up there and then you can go ahead and start speaking. Who wants to present the pictures of the different things that we've done? We got the mentoring program, we have the trash cleaning throughout the city, we got homework help, walking in Black history, robotics, art, chess. You did it, brother. You did it.
Thank you. And if you want to give that to Ms. Sheridan on the end, she'll pass it around and we can all take a look at it.
Perfect.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is Joshua Williams, and I attend Strong Vincent Middle School, and I'm in the 7th grade. I'm passionate about technology and soccer. Thanks to the after-school program, I was able to do technology and soccer, and I play soccer at the Erie Sports Center with the Erie Commodores. I want to say thank you, and I'm grateful for the after-school program, and thank you, Mr. Horton and his teams.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Shamil At-Tubaili. I'm supervisor for 2 sites, New American Academy and ICC. We have some students who want to say thank you for you.
Hello, my name is Khaisrama Razaki, and my last name is Razaki. I'm from Afghanistan. I'm 10 old. Thank you for the program of the school. Thank you for the program of this soccer, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for all.
Hi everyone, my name is Khaled. I'm from Afghanistan. I'm 13 years old, and I'm here to say thank you for the program and the soccer program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your comments. Would anyone else like to address the board this evening? Anyone else like to speak for 3 minutes? Seeing none, Mr. Horton, are we good? We're good. Okay. Thank you again. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your work and such well-poised and well-spoken students this evening. Thank you all. Okay, seeing no other members of the public wishing to speak, we are going to move on to item 4 on the agenda, which is reports of committees and liaisons. Do I have any reports of committees this evening?
Madam President.
Mr. Brenneman.
The Board Policy Committee is going to meet this month on October 25th from 1 to 3 p.m. I'm getting the nod that I'm saying the correct things. So, thank you, Alyssa. And it's going to be in Conference Room 1 at the Administrative Building at 21st and Sassafras. So we're still working on the agenda. Hopefully we'll have that out to everybody soon. But again, the 25th from 1 to 3, and it will be broadcast on YouTube as usual.
Thank you, Mr. Brenneman. Thank you for your work on that committee. We all appreciate it. Any other reports of committees or liaisons tonight? Mr. Sharif?
It's not necessarily committee, but one thing that I've been doing, collaborating with the Social Justice Ministry. We've been collaborating with Erie High to educate the students 17 and up about voter registration. And I just want to thank the Social Justice Ministry from Great Calvary for engaging youth and educating about the importance of voting, their silver engagement.
Thank you, Mr. Sharif. Any other reports of committees or liaisons? Okay. Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to accept the reports
Madam
presented this
President.
evening. Mr. Brenneman?
Move to accept the reports of committee members.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Gillespie. Any comments, discussion? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we'll move on. Thank you. We have no unfinished business this evening, so we will move on to item number 6, new business.
Move we adopt it.
Mr. Harkins has made a motion to adopt the new business.
I second it.
Second by Ms. Sheridan. Any discussion on the items tonight?
Daria, just to clarify what you mentioned before this meeting, this PSBA slate of candidates was as we agreed to, based on the recommendations given to us.
Thank you, Mr. Harkins. Any other discussion on the new business? Hearing none, Ms. Cook, I will take a roll call, please.
Ms. Sheridan?
Yes.
Mr. Brenneman?
Yes.
Ms. Cooley? Ms. Gillespie?
Yes.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Ms. Pickens?
Yes.
Ms. Devlin?
Yes. Thank you, and I will slow down. I apologize.
Madam President,
Mr. Brenneman.
move to adopt item 7.01, approval of meeting minutes from September 13th.
Thank you, Mr. Brenneman. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Pickens. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Madam President,
Mr. Brenneman.
move to adopt item 8.01, schedule, approval of the schedule of bills for October 23.
Thank you, Mr. Brenneman. Do I have a second? Second. Second from Ms. Cooley. Any discussion? I will be abstaining this evening from this vote because a member of my family works for an organization paid by the district.
I'll be abstaining because I work for Montessori Regional Charter.
Any other discussion? Okay, Ms. Cook, when you're ready, we'll take a roll call.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes.
Ms. Sheridan?
Yes.
Mr. Brenneman?
Yes.
Ms. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Gillespie?
Abstain?
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Ms. Pickens?
Yes.
Ms. Devlin?
Abstain. Thank you.
Madam President,
Mr. Brenneman.
move to adopt item 8.02, approval of board authorized payrolls for the period of September 1st through September 30th.
Thank you, Mr. Brenneman. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Ms. Cooley. Any discussion? Okay, when you're ready, Ms. Cook, we'll take a roll call.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes.
Ms. Sheridan?
Yes.
Mr. Brenneman?
Yes.
Ms. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Gillespie?
Yes.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Ms. Pickens?
Yes.
Ms. Devlin?
Yes. Thank you.
Madam President,
Mr. Brenneman.
move to approve the report of the Secretary's financial report, item 9.01.
Thank you, Mr. Brenneman. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Pickens. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask Ms. Cook for a roll call when she's ready.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes.
Ms. Sheridan?
Yes.
Mr. Brenneman?
Yes.
Ms. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Gillespie?
Yes.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Ms. Pickens?
Yes.
Ms. Devlin?
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Cook. So item 10 is award on bids. We have none. So I'll move on to item 11. Any other matter for the board to discuss?
Daria.
Any other matter, Mr. Harkins?
Annually, the Jefferson Society has its global summit in late October and early November. And every year, they give the Thomas Hagen Dignitas Award to an outstanding Erie person who has distinguished themselves on the world stage. And this year, on Wednesday, November 10th, Major General retired Edward Bolton Jr., who is a graduate of Erie Public Schools, and I believe with pretty much certainty it was East High. He will be a featured honoree, and he will receive that Dignitas Award that Thomas Hagen offers to the community. He was distinguished himself in the United States Air Force as a Major General. He also served as a senior executive in the Federal Aviation Administration and as a senior vice president of the Space Agency. I believe NASA and then the newly created Space Agency. Anyway, that's quite an honor for one of our graduates, and I believe his sister graduated from Academy High School and has a PhD. So I mention it because it should if somebody didn't know and wants to go, of course. But it was mentioned to me by someone at the Jefferson Society that we might want to try to tap him and his sister, if possible, to speak to the students at an assembly or at a specific school or two, like Erie High, and as an inspiration to the students, an example of what can be achieved when a student is motivated and guided and works hard.
Thank you, Mr. Harkins. Mr. Polito, did you just want to quickly respond to that?
Just wanted to point out that we are in conversations with the Jefferson Society, and he has agreed to come speak to both Collegiate and Erie High when he is here.
I'm glad to hear it. I would have brought it up at the prior meeting and wouldn't have went into that rambling remarks, but I didn't get the time in there. But thank you. I'm very happy to hear that.
Thank you, Mr. Harkins. Thank you, Mr. Polito. Any other matter for discussion? Mr. Sharif?
No, I just want to just congratulate for those young youth who came and spoke up. It just shows the creativity that's being done by the community centers to engage youth for after-school programs. So I just want to thank everybody who was involved.
Thank you, Mr. Sharif. Any other matter for discussion? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Mr. Nichols, second. Second by Ms. Pickens. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.